Fallout Equestria Showdown by The Dark Soul, read by Deathlight. To the town of Desolate Hills I journeyed, sweat soaking my yellow coat and ruining my red mane. Hours on hours of walking, dozens of bullets that had been fired, all led up to this. To a small town of what the fuck, I'm not on the mapville. My name? Victorious Thoughts, an NCR Ranger, posted in the middle of nowhere. Now, you may be wondering what I'm doing out here. And not on base at Camp 479er, or Starswood for short. Don't ask me where that came from, cause I don't know. Now the reason I'm not on base is because, technically, I'm on liberty, and I just so happen to hear of a bounty living in this town. And as I'm in a dire need for caps, for a reason you don't need to know, I decided to track down this mark and take him in. And now I'm talking to myself. Great. I look down at the sign. Welcome to Desolate Hills. Enjoy your stay. Great. An 18-hour walk for a ton of crap. Wonderbar. I soon lost interest in the sign, and I looked over into the town itself. It wasn't really empty. A few fools running in the streets. Mothers and fathers looking on. Merchants peddling their wares, and others just shooting the breeze. Despite all that, it was really quiet. I liked that quality of the town. It kept me from having headaches. It didn't take long for someone to spot me, and lo and behold, it was some stallion. He saw my revolver, a .44, with regular ammo and hollow points, plus a couple of AP bullets as well. Fear was all too obvious in him. I just smiled at him. It seemed to have calmed him down a bit as he started trotting over to me. I just noticed something. He was handsome for an unkept wastelander. Hello, miss. I'm the de facto leader of this town. Is there anything I can do you for? He asked, stuttering his words. I giggled at it. It was cute. I hope you can. I'm looking for a stallion, Deadeye. Have you seen him? I asked to name the stallion, showing him the wanted poster I had in my pack. He looked over it right quick before returning his stare to me. Any calm he had was replaced with fear again. You should leave, miss. It's not safe for you here, he said. Oh yeah? Why is that? I asked defensively. I honestly thought he was threatening me. Because Deadeye's in this town. Some of the townfolk is in his payroll. They see you, they will let him know. Listen, he killed 20 of your type. 21 if you don't leave. He said, surprisingly calm, despite the obvious fear he was giving. I looked over to see a mare looking at me, as if studying. She noticed me watching, and started towards a building I surmised to be the local watering hole. I decided to make a mental note of that building, and looked back at the stallion. His brown eyes looking where I was looking, then back to me. Without saying a word, I started towards the bar, winking at him before leaving him behind. I watched him from my peripheral. His face was red. I entered the bar, and the smell of cheap whiskey was really apparent. Ugh. I glanced around the room, and saw no one of particular interest, except for that mare. She was talking to some stallion by the bar. Guessing he's not in here. Next building, I guess. I muttered to myself. The stallion was now looking at me, a smirk on his face. Saija. Hey, Ranger bitch. Outside, now. I'm going to have a little talk with you. He yelled over the sounds of the bar. Then, as if on cue, everybody stopped talking, making noise, whatever, and looked in my direction. Some frightened, some laughed. Guessing that dick was Deadeye? No idea. I complied and stepped outside with him. My magic already unholstering my .44, he follows. So does a few patrons. Looking on, Klishvik. He doesn't even say a word to me, just glares. I return it. A good 15 minutes pass as we glared at each other. Then, out of nowhere, I challenge you to a duel, Ranger. What? What? You heard me, unless you're scared. Oh, hell no. It was on now, fucker. Fine, did I? I accept. You're dead. He smiles. This is Deadeye. I confirmed it. We step onto the road, and the fools disperse. Ponies enter their homes, the bar, whatever cover they could find. Good. I'd rather not hit one of them. I ready my magic, and he puts his hoof in his holster, ready to sling his pistol in his mouth so it could fire. Celestia, help me. I might have been confident before, but now? I know what fear feels like. It's the anxiety, you know? Knowing you're probably gonna get shot. You can still leave, Ranger, with your life. I'm feeling charitable today, he said, 40 feet away from me. No chance! Your bounty is mine! I fire back. He grins. And 21 will be you, bitch, he says. A minute pass as we stare at each other, ready, waiting for one or the other to make the move that will determine who lives and who dies. I see out of the corner of my eye that handsome stallion, watching from the bar windows. He was watching me. Then I noticed Deadeye moving his hoof. Oh, holla, he's drawing! I use my magic and draw my magnum. His pistol was already aimed at me. I aimed mine at him as fast as I could. I watched the blood pooled from his chest. He looked surprised, as if he never thought he could lose. Hell, I'm surprised, but only a little. But what was he thinking? I'm a ranger. His body slumped to the ground. The ponies of town gathered around him. Some cheering, some muttering, some just staring. I smiled and walked over to them. I reached down and grabbed his eye patch and pulled it off his stinking head. Celestia, it's S at rank. Then, without saying a word, I turned and walked away. I have an 18-hour walk. Might as well begin now. Ponies continue to grab at the ranger who killed Deadeye. I passed the stallion, who says he leads the town, and winked at him. His face turned red. Then I began my journey back, walking on the road, back to my home, back to base. And all this time, they said Deadeye couldn't die. Well, I just proved every asshole who said that wrong. Hello everyone, I decided to post something for my 1-year anniversary, and also to remind you, I do have a Patreon, as well as one-time donations open. But anyways, I just wanted to post something on my channel for the hell of it, because it is the 1-year anniversary, and so I gone back, looked at my first thing, it was Fallout Equestria related, so might as well continue the trend. Okay, on my side, it is not yet time. It's not yet the next day yet, so it's still the 21st. So I don't know for you guys yet, but for me, it is 11 o'clock p.m., so it still counts. And with that, I will also remind you, I'm having a live stream this Saturday, as I've told you before for my live stream announcement, but just a little reminder. And it will be at 10 a.m. So hopefully, I hope you guys show up, and we'll just have a great time. I mean, I'll be playing video games and answering your questions, and it'll just be a good time, I think, for everyone. So with that, I will leave you. Goodbye.